Welcome to DGreat African Folktales. Today, I bring you the story of a young boy whose life began with heartbreak, but ended in greatness. Stay with me until the end, because the lesson in this tale may change how you see life forever. Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a boy named Ikedi, whose story began with sadness. His parents had separated just before he was born. His mother, though heartbroken, poured all her love into him. She gave him the best she could, and for a while, life felt warm and safe. But things soon changed. His mother remarried, and in her new home, the boy was treated as though he didn't belong. He worked like a servant, and while other children went to school, he was left behind. Then one day, a distant uncle came from a faraway village. Out of pity, he took Ikedi with him, promising to send him to school. Ikedi's heart leapt with joy, thinking his life was about to change for the better. But again, hardship followed. Though his uncle meant well, his uncle's wife treated the boy cruelly. She gave him little food, sent him to hot water under the hot sun, and forced him to serve her children. They went to school each morning, but Ikedi could only attend when his uncle was around. His teacher grew concerned. Why did this boy miss school so often? One day, the teacher followed him home. But the uncle's wife lied, saying, "Risk, this boy is lazy. He skipped school to play with bad friends." The next morning, the teacher dragged Ikedi before the headmaster. The boy tried to explain, but no one listened. In front of the whole school, he was punished harshly, his cries echoing through the compound. But soon, truth began to spread like whispers in the wind. People talked about the way he was treated, about how he was starved and made to hawk instead of study. His teachers realized their mistake. Some began to help him secretly, giving him food and guiding him with his books. At last, news reached his uncle, and arrangements were made for Ikedi to return to his mother. Life was still hard, but it was better than before. Then, destiny revealed its greatest surprise. One day, Ikedi met a man who looked exactly like him. It was his father, who had never known he had a son. Shocked but filled with joy, he embraced Ikedi as his own. After investigations confirmed the truth, his father took him home and gave him everything he had once been denied. His father's wife, who had no children, welcomed him with open arms. From that day forward, Ikedi's life transformed. He attended the best schools, wore fine clothes, and ate well. Years later, he became a wealthy man. And because of all he had suffered, he made a vow: no child around him would ever be denied an education. He took many young people under his care, trained them, and gave them hope. Meanwhile, those who had mocked him and those who mistreated him fell into poverty. And so, the boy who was once rejected became a man of greatness. The lesson of this story is simple. Never oppress or look down on anyone, for tomorrow is pregnant, and you never know what it will give birth to. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to DGreat African Folktales for more inspiring tales every week.